Good morning, Modern Steaders. We got another nice foggy morning here in the homestead. 60 degrees out right now. We're supposed to get into the 90s today. The turkeys and the meat birds are looking good. We got a few more weeks left with the meat birds, and we'll be harvesting the turkeys at the same time with the meat birds. I'm hoping the turkeys will be around 15 to 20 pounds processed. They're looking pretty tasty. When it comes to food and eating, I think the meat birds are more aggressive than pigs. And pigs are always hungry, so that's saying something. But that's also why they grow so fast. Good morning, Maverick and Goose. CMC. You guys did a good job leveling out that compost pile. Watch yourselves. Alright, lay us like 14 eggs today, if you don't mind. Thank you. Buttercup's first this morning.
I'm changing it from now on because she's always out first, and I had to pull her back, and Willow's just... So, now she's first.
Now you're first, Buttercup. The early riser gets the worm, right? Good morning, Figaro. You're a loud chewer this morning, Buttercup.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry too.
Me too. Ready for some bacon and eggs. I think we're all hungry this morning. Huh, Figaro? He seems to like it. Willow might not enjoy you eating her pot of her breakfast.
Figaro.
I hear somebody taking a goat poop. You're dropping little goat turds on the bed. And that's why the bunk beds are always dirty. They like to poop where they sleep. Huh? Why do you poop where you sleep, girls? Come on. Good morning, Ivy. Nora. Hope you're coming. You want some, Ivy? Hope's gonna get mad. There you go. It doesn't take you very long to fill that jar up there, Buttercup.
You're done, Missy.
I hear Ivy calling you. Perfect timing. Nope, that's Nora. Where's Ivy? She's not expecting you right now, huh? I bet you she's still down at the hay feeder. You were expecting your mama, huh, there, Nora? We switched it up this morning. I know. She'll be out in a few minutes. She will be.
Can be quick, then we can give you to Nora.
Good morning, girls. Come on, you crazy chickens. Did you sleep with the pigs last night, huh? Or did you sleep in the chickshaw? You guys are supposed to bring your dish over here. I'll put a little right there. There you go. And then we'll put the rest over here in the grass for them. Get them eating some grass. There you go. Eat some grass. Have some salad with your grain. You ready, girl? Come on. Laura's waiting for you. She is. I hear her. We got you in without anybody escaping. Why do you want back out, mother? Huh? Where are you gonna go? Let's go check in on the meat birds and see how they did last night. We lost one yesterday. I think it got trampled on. So we have 2 heat lights in here. I don't know why that would have happened, but I'm hoping this morning we haven't lost any more. I'm not seeing, nope, awesome. So we just lost that one so far, which unfortunately is to be expected. It's one of the harder parts about raising your own animals, whether it's for meat or not, is when you lose them. It's not fun. We have a little bit more work we need to do to the sonotubes today to get them ready for the concrete truck when that shows up. I don't think they're gonna be able to come tomorrow. It'll be the following day, but we need to get that step done so when they do show up, we're ready. And then we're gonna go do some kayaking and fishing today. Whew, I'm looking forward to that. Maybe we can catch a couple of good eating fish and have that for dinner tonight too. Can't make any promises about the fishing today because we've gotten so much rain that our water is really high. So I don't know how the fishing's gonna be, but we're gonna try it. Oh, now you gotta come back over here and have some chicken feed after you filled up on pig feed. I see how you are. So concrete has really good compressive strength, but it doesn't have the best tensile strength. So in order to up, probably yelling with my earmuffs on, sorry about that. So in order to up our tensile strength in the concrete, we are going to be adding rebar to it. When we poured our concrete slab here for our barn, I used cattle panel and mesh panel in the footings and then in the slab itself. We're not going to do that in our sonotube footings. We're going to be cutting rebar down. Come over here. Cool. And then we're going to be putting 3 or maybe 4 pieces of rebar in each sonotube. Then we have 4,000-pound concrete ordered to put inside the tubes. It'll help keep the concrete stronger and keep it from cracking. We don't want our concrete sonotubes falling apart on us once we spent all this time making them. They do make a fancy tool that'll just basically, it's like a big paper cutter that you put the rebar in that snaps it. And it works really slick, but we don't have one of them. dump the rest of this 5-gallon bucket of water here, just in case you have any smoldering holes or anything. There. Safety first. An angle grinder is a very versatile tool on the Homestead. We use it for grinding, sanding, wire brushing, cut-off wheel, you name it, you can use this for it. Yeah, I got this when I was in high school, so this one has lasted me a long time. We have a lot of tools here on the Homestead, but I look at them as investments. Most of the tools that I have here, I've had for years. They've paid off for themselves. The first job I've done with them, that angle grinder I got back in high school. My nail guns, we bought that way back when we had our first house, and that house we bought was, it probably should have been torn down, but we fixed it up right back down to the studs. We actually ripped out the floor and floor joists in a lot of the rooms in that house, and we rebuilt it. So most of our tools are from our first house, and they paid for themselves. And then anytime we've done any other projects, we've bought another tool here and there. There's always more to buy, but when I'm looking at tools, they might be expensive the first buy, but I look at them as I'm doing the job myself, and if I had to hire somebody out to do that job, what would it cost? So the first initial investment in a tool here and there pays for itself if you look at it that way. Same with our Kubota tractor. The second house we owned, we did a lot of landscaping, and we bought the tractor to do that. And if we would have hired somebody to do the landscaping work that we did, that tractor paid for itself. So it's kind of crazy if you think of your tools that way. There's an investment, and if you had to pay somebody to do the job, what would it cost you out of your pocket? When you go to sell your property, the value you're going to get out of doing the job yourself is more than what it would have been if you paid somebody out of pocket to do it. So it's all an investment, and if you sell your property and move on, you'll get that investment back later on in the future. All right, boys, you gotta go back into your fenced-in area, and we're gonna give you more fresh pasture today. Look at that, we never could see that wood pile before. There's that crazy chicken hiding over there. Both of them are hiding over there.
Carol, you got it on my foot. Get off my foot. I'm pointing out. Like being attacked.
You boys ready to come out into some fresh pasture? It's ready for you. You look like you're ready for it. You just gotta watch out. Look at all that fresh stuff. It's nice and shrubby for you too. You like that, Zeke? Is that tasty or what? Last time they really seemed to like this fake chamomile flower. Heaven for a goat.
here is to the end of me touching this wood pile because I found snakes. Maybe it's just one little one, but I can't. Ugh. There's the second one. It wasn't my imagination. There's the other one right there. And there's the other one. I mean, they're small, but I hate snakes. Ugh.
If you're new to the channel, a little over 2 years ago, we had this pasture area logged. It was grown up with pasture pine, as we call it. This used to be an old hayfield way back about 45 years ago. So we had a bunch of big pine trees growing in here, and they were half rotted. So every time we got a big windstorm, the trees would fall over, and we couldn't even walk through this area. It was so thick of woods and just a bunch of bramble. So we decided to have it logged. We found a local logger that came in, he logged it, and to our surprise, when they were all said and done, we sold the trees for lumber and wood chips. We were able to get this area stumped, and then we still got a little bit of money back from the logging crew once they were all done. But unfortunately, when they were all done stumping it, by the time we were able to get in there and rake everything out, we were getting flooded rains. We'd get about 2 inches in about 2 hours. So I'd have it all raked out, seeded, and then everything just got washed down below. So it was a really defeating year for me. I never thought this pasture was gonna look as good as it does today. When I was mowing this, I was totally surprised with how nice it has turned out. All it took is a little bit of rest for the grass to grow back, and it's got a good, nice root system right now. So I'm really happy with the way everything's turned out. One of the things that really excites me is the area that we just mowed. I'm gonna be able to run our next batch of meat birds on it, and I can't wait to see how they help this new pasture grow.
Oh, Blossom.
Where you going, Blossom?
Hi, Ivy.
Come on, Maverick and Goose. You gotta go in the gate.
Come on.
You can't get in that way.
Come on.
This way. Come on. Now you coming? Hurry up. I gotta shut the gate so the goats don't get out. Did you give me 14 eggs today? Come here. Under. I don't know. I'd like 14.
Come on, chicken.
There you go.
Ivy. I thought you were.
Well, I only see 3 so far. How many do you think? 3. I hope you're sitting on the mother load. What? 6? Holy moly. That ain't even half. And 1. So we got 7. We got half of what I was hoping for. Man, they're slacking. Must have been the rain from yesterday. Only 7.
What the heck?
I know, right? You're the smart one, Willow, hiding in the shade. I don't blame you. It's pretty warm out this afternoon. Look at you dirty girls. So dirty. You found it? Oh, sheesh. Now you want to touch it? Yeah, it'd take my breath away too. I guess you girls found a good mud puddle somewhere, didn't you?
I think it's right there.
You want to take a mud bath in there? You sure?
I'm sure.
It might feel good. It's organic.
I don't want to take a mud bath.
Well, a little bit of pig poo in it probably.
Yeah, gross.
No. You guys taking turns playing on the rocks?
Yeah, first it was Caleb, then it was Zeke, now it's me.
You like those, Caleb?
I think they also like the rocks so they can get like up higher to actually get the flowers.
Right, they get a good treat while they're up there too. Oh, you guys are silly. You boys like that spot, don't you? Yeah. I don't blame you.
Okay, so I made some pizza dough. We're gonna try to make some breadsticks tonight. So I've let it sit and it's risen and I've punched it down. So now I'm going to form it into some breadsticks. I hope. And then we will let it have another rise. See if this will be. All right, so I'm gonna let it sit here for a little bit and get a second rise. In the meantime, I'm going to saute up some chives, some basil, some zucchini. I've let these sit and rise up some. I have the oven preheated at 425. I'm gonna go ahead and get these in the oven and I'm gonna put them in for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to add topping to 3 or 4 of them and some cheese, and then the other ones I will just butter and salt, and then I'll let them cook the rest of the way. So then I'm just gonna put cheese. I'm just gonna brush the other 3 with butter, some melted butter, and then sprinkle some salt on there, and then I put a little bit of cheese on those 2. That was a lot on that one. Oops. And I'm gonna put them back in the oven for 5 minutes, and I'll check them and see if they're ready. They're huge, jumbo breadsticks.
They look delicious.
They smell good.
They look warm. Well, these breadsticks were delicious. Man, that topping couldn't have been any better. We did end up going fishing and kayaking, but we got skunked fishing. It was terrible. We didn't even get any bites. We didn't get that great of footage of kayaking. I wish we did. We were out about on the pond, and me and Olivia got to see a juvenile bald eagle swoop down into the water and try to get a fish, not once but twice, but I didn't get good video footage of it, so I was pretty disappointed about that. But man, it was a good time out on the pond. I hope you guys are having a great summer and that you're able to get out into nature and just enjoy it and do a little fishing this year. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey with us. You are a huge blessing to us in our homestead, and we'll see you right back here in the next video at Lumnah Acres.